Welcome back to our channel, Peacock TV, Spoilers Family. Theo Carver and Gabi Hernandez are about to become Salem's newest, most shocking couple in July and August. That is crazy. I know your jaws are on the floor right now, but let's be real for a second. This pairing actually makes complete, heartbreaking sense when you look at the absolute tragedy heading straight for Theo Carver. The foundation for this unexpected romance is being built on the darkest, most devastating moment of the entire life of Theo Carver. We are talking about the impending permanent loss of Lexie Carver. The universe is about to shatter Theo Carver, and Gabi Hernandez is the only person positioned to pick up the pieces. You guys, the miracle is officially over. Lexie Carver is dying again. Despite all the false hope EJ DiMera shoved down our throats, the resurrection serum created by Dr. Rolf is completely failing. EJ DiMera recently walked into the DiMera mansion and found Lexie Carver completely unconscious on the floor. Rita Leslie had to deliver the horrific news to EJ DiMera that Dr. Rolf is officially gone. Dr. Rolf packed up and fled Salem because Dr. Rolf knows the heat is on, and more importantly, Dr. Rolf knows there is absolutely no cure for Lexie Carver. Rita Leslie warned EJ DiMera that Lexie Carver will experience longer and longer periods of unconsciousness until Lexie Carver finally passes away. This reminds me of what Stefano DiMera did back in the day with those twisted scientific experiments. Stefano DiMera always played God with the residents of Salem, treating human lives like disposable chess pieces. Now, EJ DiMera is carrying on that exact same toxic legacy. EJ DiMera brought Lexie Carver back, giving Abe Carver and Theo Carver the greatest joy imaginable, only to rip Lexie Carver away from Abe Carver and Theo Carver all over again. I personally believe this is the most unforgivable thing EJ DiMera has ever done. To resurrect a beloved mother and wife, only to let Lexie Carver slowly die a second time. It is pure, unadulterated psychological torture. Abe Carver will be completely destroyed, and Abe Carver will have to lean heavily on Paulina Price, which will leave Theo Carver entirely isolated in this grief. As the condition of Lexie Carver rapidly deteriorates, Lexie Carver will be rushed to Salem University Hospital. Without Dr. Rolf, Lexie Carver will need a real, legitimate doctor to help Lexie Carver transition through the final stages of this second life. And where does this leave Theo Carver? Theo Carver is going to suffer a complete and total emotional collapse. Theo Carver will be entirely blindsided by this tragedy because Lexie Carver desperately tried to hide the failing symptoms from Theo Carver and Abe Carver. When the horrific truth comes out, Theo Carver will urgently need a shoulder to cry on. But who can Theo Carver turn to in this dark hour? You might think Theo Carver would lean on Stephanie Johnson. But here's the kicker. That bridge is completely burned. Remember when Alex Kyriakis found Theo Carver totally shirtless on the sofa after a heavy night of drinking with Stephanie Johnson? Alex Kyriakis lost his mind with jealousy. Alex Kyriakis is so fiercely insecure that Alex Kyriakis basically banned Theo Carver from hanging around Stephanie Johnson. So Stephanie Johnson is out of the picture. What about Jada Hunter? Jada Hunter and Theo Carver had a brief romantic spark in the past, but Jada Hunter is completely wrapped up in a new, passionate romance with Shawn Brady. Jada Hunter does not have the time or the emotional bandwidth to be the anchor Theo Carver desperately requires right now. This brings us to my ultimate hot take. I passionately defend the idea that Gabi Hernandez is exactly the woman Theo Carver needs, and I ruthlessly criticize anyone who thinks otherwise. Yes, Gabi Hernandez has a massive history of manipulation. Yes, Gabi Hernandez has done terrible things. But Philip Kiriakis completely abandoned Gabi Hernandez, tossing Gabi Hernandez aside like yesterday's trash over the Titan corporate drama. Philip Kiriakis is an absolute coward for not standing by Gabi Hernandez. Meanwhile, Theo Carver is the purest, most genuine soul in Salem. Theo Carver is the only person who can see past the hardened, manipulative exterior of Gabi Hernandez and reach the vulnerable, broken woman hiding underneath the surface. Let's look at the undeniable facts. Gabi Hernandez recently approached Theo Carver to issue a deeply sincere apology for falsely accusing Theo Carver of betraying Gabi Hernandez to Philip Kiriakis. Gabi Hernandez even bought Theo Carver a brand new journal to replace the one Gabi Hernandez rudely snooped through at the pub. And speaking of that journal, we cannot forget what Gabi Hernandez read inside those pages. Theo Carver wrote extensively about a massive, secret crush on a woman Theo Carver simply referred to as G. It is blindingly obvious that G stands for Gabi Hernandez. Theo Carver has been harboring deep, romantic feelings for Gabi Hernandez this entire time. Amazing. But wait, there is a massive financial complication here. Gabi Hernandez is currently demanding that Theo Carver pay out the massive inheritance left to Gabi Hernandez by Stefano DiMera. Theo Carver holds the keys to the financial future of Gabi Hernandez. Theo Carver was originally considering paying Gabi Hernandez out of pure spite just to stick it to EJ DiMera and DiMera Enterprises. But now, with Lexie Carver dying, the dynamic between Theo Carver and Gabi Hernandez is going to shift from a transactional business arrangement into a deeply emotional, trauma-bonded connection. Gabi Hernandez is going to stop demanding money and start offering genuine, profound emotional support to Theo Carver. Peacock TV spoilers, here is our predictive lore for how this epic romance will unfold. As Lexie Carver is admitted to the hospital for the final time, Theo Carver will completely break down in the waiting room. Gabi Hernandez will find Theo Carver sobbing and completely shattered. Instead of manipulating the situation, Gabi Hernandez will sit down, pull Theo Carver into a fierce embrace, and become the absolute rock Theo Carver needs. We are going to witness a beautiful, slow burn transition from a fractured friendship into a profound, life-altering romance. By the time the 4th of July fireworks light up the Salem sky, Gabi Hernandez and Theo Carver will be sharing their first passionate private kiss. If you ask me, this is a huge mistake for the DiMera family to ignore, because a united Theo Carver and Gabi Hernandez will be absolutely unstoppable. Theo Carver has the DiMera wealth, the Carver moral compass, and the deep intelligence of Lexie Carver. Gabi Hernandez has the ruthless ambition, the street smarts, and the fierce protective instincts of the Hernandez family. Together, Theo Carver and Gabi Hernandez are going to become the ultimate power couple of Salem by the end of the summer. Gabi Hernandez will finally find a man who will never, ever betray Gabi Hernandez, and Theo Carver will find a woman who will ruthlessly protect the heart of Theo Carver from any further pain. Can you believe it? The tragedy of Lexie Carver is going to be the exact catalyst that forces Gabi Hernandez to shed those selfish tendencies and step up as a true partner. Gabi Hernandez knows exactly what it feels like to lose everything, to be abandoned by people like Philip Kiriakis, and to grieve alone in the dark. Gabi Hernandez will use that shared trauma to guide Theo Carver through the darkest days of the life of Theo Carver. EJ DiMera better watch out, because once Theo Carver finishes mourning Lexie Carver, Theo Carver and Gabi Hernandez are going to take that inheritance money and completely obliterate DiMera Enterprises. That is the kind of high-stakes soap opera drama we live for. What do you guys think? Will Gabi Hernandez truly protect the heart of Theo Carver? Or will Gabi Hernandez eventually break Theo Carver just like everyone else? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below because we need to know your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Peacock TV Spoilers for all the latest, most explosive updates from Salem.